Here's the brutal truth about learning English. If you are learning English to immigrate to a new country or planning to do higher education or learning English for a job, listen carefully. This might change your life.
Wow, Nila, starting with the big guns today.
I have to, Mark. People are wasting years doing the wrong things. Like, I see people studying grammar rules for months when they could be fluent by now.
Right, and then they wonder why they can't understand a simple conversation at Starbucks.
Exactly. So if you're tired of being stuck at intermediate level forever, hit that like button right now because we're about to break down the 3 steps that actually work.
And Mark, I'm calling you out first because you learned English the hard way.
Oh no, here we go.
Tell them about your grammar book phase.
Ugh, fine. I spent 2 years with those thick grammar books, memorizing rules about past perfect continuous, while I couldn't even order pizza on the phone.
See? Total waste of time.
But that's exactly why step 1 is so important. It's all about comprehensible input, and I wish someone had told me this earlier.
Okay, break it down for people.
So there's this thing called the 95% rule. You need to understand at least 95% of what you're consuming. If you're struggling with more than 5% of the words, it's too hard.
Wait, 95%? That sounds way too easy. Wait, before we dive deeper, let me ask our viewers something. How many of you have tried to learn English by watching movies with subtitles in your native language? Be honest in the comments.
That's what everyone thinks. But here's the thing. Your brain learns patterns when it's comfortable, not when it's struggling. If you're looking up every 3rd word, you're not learning, you're just getting frustrated, right? And here's the problem. When you watch with subtitles in your language, you're not even engaging the English part of your brain. You're just reading and ignoring the actual English sounds.
Okay, that actually makes sense.
Let me give you a practical example of this 95% rule. If you're reading a paragraph and every sentence has 2 or 3 words you don't know, that's too hard. But if there's maybe 1 unknown word per paragraph, that's perfect, right? So instead of trying to read Shakespeare, start with shows like Desperate Housewives. I know, it sounds silly, but those characters talk like real people.
So basically, if you're constantly pausing to look up words, you're working too hard? Did you just recommend soap opera drama for English learning?
Exactly. And here's what I recommend. Start with content you already know. Like if you've already watched The Office in your language, watch a few episodes in English. You already know the jokes and context, so you can focus on the language patterns. Mock me all you want, but you'll learn more practical English from Susan Mayer's awkward conversations than any textbook.
Ooh, that's actually brilliant. Because you're not stressed about missing the plot, you can actually notice how they say things. All right, what else?
And can we talk about YouTube for a second? People think they should start with TED Talks because they sound educational, but TED Talks are actually super hard. The vocabulary is advanced, the topics are complex, and the speakers talk fast. Young adult fiction books, series like Harry Potter, Hunger Games, anything with dialogue that sounds like how people actually talk, not those boring business English books.
Wait, so what YouTube channel should people actually start with? Now we're talking. And what about online stuff?
Great question. Start with lifestyle vloggers, cooking channels, or travel vlogs. People like Emma Chamberlain or cooking channels like Tasty. The language is conversational, they repeat a lot of vocabulary, and you can see what they're talking about. Reddit, seriously, go read comments on posts about topics you actually care about. You'll see how people really write online, with all the slang and shortcuts.
Plus, cooking channels are perfect because they use simple present tense mostly. First, I cut the onions, then I add oil to the pan. It's like free grammar lessons. Plus, you can start commenting and practicing your writing skills.
And here's a mistake I see all the time. People jump between different accents constantly. Like they watch one British show, then an American movie, then an Australian YouTube video. Pick one accent and stick with it for at least a few weeks. Exactly, but here's where most people mess up. They consume all this English content, but they don't make the switch, which brings us to step 2.
Oh, this is the one where you change your whole life, right?
Basically, yeah. You have to make English your default mode. And I mean everything. Your phone, your computer, your shopping lists, everything.
Wait, even shopping lists?
Especially shopping lists. If you write milk, bread, bananas, instead of translating it in your head, you're training your brain to think in English for everyday tasks. But let me tell you what happened when I first tried this default mode thing. I changed my phone to English and I couldn't find the settings menu for 3 days. I was clicking random buttons hoping to find something familiar.
That's actually genius. What about journaling? 3 days? That's hilarious. But I bet you learned phone vocabulary really fast after that experience.
Yes, but not like Dear Diary, today I learned about past tense. No, write about your actual feelings, like I'm so annoyed because my neighbor's dog kept barking all night.
Exactly. I learned words like settings, notification, storage without even trying. And here's a pro tip. Start with apps you use all the time. Instagram, TikTok, whatever. You already know where everything is, so the English labels become familiar super quickly.
So basically, stop living in translation mode. What about internal monologue, like the voice in your head when you're thinking about stuff? Exactly. And if you're finding this helpful, share this video with someone who's struggling with English. They'll thank you later. Oh my God, yes, this is huge. Most people never even think about this, but you have to train your inner voice to speak English too. When you're walking to the store, instead of thinking in your native language, try narrating in English, like, I need to buy milk. It's a bit cold today. Oh, that's a cute dog.
Speaking of helpful, we should probably mention that we're from the Native Speakers English channel, where we break down real English learning strategies like this every week.
Right, we're Nila and Mark, and we're here to call out all the nonsense methods that don't work and give you strategies that actually do.
So if you want more content like this, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell.
Now, let's get to step 3, which is where the magic happens. This is about shifting from passive learning to active learning.
Oh, this is the one where you torture people with pronunciation practice, isn't it?
It's not torture, it's called shadowing, and it's actually fun. You play a video or audio, and you repeat exactly what you hear, like you're copying them.
Exactly what you hear. Wait, I have to ask about shadowing because when I first tried it, I felt absolutely ridiculous. Like I'm sitting in my room talking to my computer screen trying to copy some YouTuber's accent. Did you feel weird doing it too?
Everything, the tone, the rhythm, even if they say or like. You're basically becoming a human echo until your mouth learns the patterns. Oh, absolutely. I felt like a complete weirdo for the first week. But here's the thing, that feeling means it's working. Your mouth is literally retraining itself. And you don't have to do it for hours. Even 10-15 minutes a day makes a huge difference.
That sounds ridiculous, but I bet it works.
And here's what to shadow with. Start with something you find interesting, but not too fast or complex. News anchors are actually great because they speak clearly and at a consistent pace. Late-night talk show hosts work too because they have good rhythm and timing. It totally works. And here's another technique, the subtitle method. Watch something with English subtitles first, then watch the same thing without subtitles.
What's the biggest mistake people make when they try shadowing? Wait, most people do it the other way around.
They try to be perfect. They pause every time they mess up a word, or they get frustrated when they can't keep up. The point isn't perfect pronunciation, it's muscle memory. Let yourself mumble, let yourself mess up. Your mouth needs to get used to English sounds. That's why most people don't improve. When you read the subtitles first, your brain connects the sounds to the written words. Then when you watch without subtitles, you're testing your listening skills.
That actually reminds me of something else I struggled with. I used to think about grammar rules while trying to speak, like checking if my past tense was correct before saying anything. It made conversations so awkward. Okay, that's actually smart. What about reading practice?
Yes, you were probably standing there thinking, is it I have went or I have gone, while the other person is just waiting for you to finish your sentence. Here's the truth. Fluency first, accuracy second. People will understand you, even if your grammar isn't perfect. Audiobooks paired with reading. Get the book and the audio version. Read along while listening, then try reading parts out loud on your own.
You know what? I have to ask. What about accents? Everyone's obsessed with sounding American or British. Speaking of audiobooks, I have a question about that method. Should people start with fiction or nonfiction?
Oh my god, yes. People think they need to choose between American and British accent like they're picking a team. Here's the truth. Just be understood. Definitely fiction for beginners. Nonfiction tends to have more technical vocabulary and complex sentence structures. Fiction, especially romance or mystery novels, uses conversation. Everything, the tone, the rhythm, even if they say or like. You're basically becoming a human echo until your mouth learns the patterns. Oh, absolutely. I felt like a complete weirdo for the first week. But here's the thing. That feeling means it's working. Your mouth is literally retraining itself. And you don't have to do it for hours. Even 10-15 minutes a day makes a huge difference.
That sounds ridiculous, but I bet it works.
And here's what to shadow with. Start with something you find interesting, but not too fast or complex. News anchors are actually great because they speak clearly and at a consistent pace. Late-night talk show hosts work too because they have good rhythm and timing. It totally works. And here's another technique, the subtitle method. Watch something with English subtitles first, then watch the same thing without subtitles.
What's the biggest mistake people make when they try shadowing? Wait, most people do it the other way around.
They try to be perfect. They pause every time they mess up a word, or they get frustrated when they can't keep up. The point isn't perfect pronunciation, it's muscle memory. Let yourself mumble, let yourself mess up. Your mouth needs to get used to English sounds. That's why most people don't improve. When you read the subtitles first, your brain connects the sounds to the written words. Then when you watch without subtitles, you're testing your listening skills.
That actually reminds me of something else I struggled with. I used to think about grammar rules while trying to speak, like checking if my past tense was correct before saying anything. It made conversations so awkward. Okay, that's actually smart. What about reading practice?
Yes, you were probably standing there thinking, is it I have went or I have gone, while the other person is just waiting for you to finish your sentence. Here's the truth. Fluency first, accuracy second. People will understand you, even if your grammar isn't perfect. Audiobooks paired with reading. Get the book and the audio version. Read along while listening. Then try reading parts out loud on your own.
You know what? I have to ask. What about accents? Everyone's obsessed with sounding American or British. Speaking of audiobooks, I have a question about that method. Should people start with fiction or nonfiction?
Oh my god, yes. People think they need to choose between American and British accent like they're picking a team. Here's the truth. Just be understood. Definitely fiction for beginners. Nonfiction tends to have more technical vocabulary and complex sentence structures. Fiction, especially romance or mystery novels, uses conversational English and lots of dialogue. Plus, the story keeps you engaged, so you're not just studying, you're entertained.
Thank you. Your accent is part of your identity.
And here's a specific tip. Try book series rather than standalone novels. When you get used to one author's writing style and the narrator's voice, the second and third books become so much easier. I recommend something like the Percy Jackson series or simple romance series from authors like Nicholas Sparks.
Exactly. Focus on clear pronunciation, not on sounding like someone else. Your accent tells your story, and that's beautiful.
Plus, there are millions of successful English speakers with different accents all over the world. Right, Indian English, Australian English, South African English, they're all valid and beautiful. Stop trying to sound like someone you're not.
Okay, so let's recap these 3 steps before people get overwhelmed. Okay, I need to ask about something that I know our viewers struggle with. What do you do when you understand English perfectly when reading, but then you watch a movie and understand maybe 30%?
Step 1. Flood your life with comprehensible input. Remember the 95% rule. If you understand 95%, you're in the sweet spot. Oh, this is so common and so frustrating. It's because reading and listening are completely different skills. When you read, you control the pace. You can go back, you can sound out words in your head, but listening is real time with background music, different accents, people talking over each other.
Step 2, make English your default mode. Change everything to English, your devices, your notes, your thoughts.
Here's what I recommend. Bridge the gap gradually. Start with animated movies because the voices are usually clearer and more exaggerated. Then move to TV shows where people face the camera and speak clearly. Then tackle movies with mumbling actors and explosions covering the dialogue. And step 3, go from passive to active learning. Shadow speakers, use the subtitle method, read aloud with audiobooks.
That's brilliant. So basically, Disney movies before Quentin Tarantino movies? But here's the thing. You can't just watch this video and hope for miracles. You actually have to do this stuff.
Ha, exactly. Moana before Pulp Fiction, Frozen before Inception. And here's another tip. Choose content where you can see faces clearly. Comedy shows like The Office or Friends are perfect because you can read facial expressions and body language to help understand the context.
Mark's calling you out. But seriously, pick one thing from today's episode and try it this week. Maybe start with changing your phone language to English.
Can we talk about the emotional side of this for a minute? Because I remember feeling so stupid sometimes when I couldn't understand things that seemed easy to everyone else.
And comment below telling us which step you're going to try first. We actually read all the comments and reply to people.
Oh my God, yes, the frustration is real. I remember watching a movie and understanding every single word individually, but somehow not getting what was actually happening. It's like your brain just stops connecting the dots when you're overwhelmed.
We do. And if this video helped you realize you've been learning English the wrong way, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more reality checks about language learning.
Here's what I wish someone had told me. Those moments of confusion are actually your brain upgrading. It's like when your computer is installing updates and everything runs slowly. Your brain is processing new patterns, and that takes mental energy. Give yourself credit for that work.
Trust me, we'll keep roasting the bad advice and giving you strategies that actually work.
That's such a good way to think about it. And what about tracking progress? Because sometimes it feels like you're not improving at all, including roasting Mark's old learning methods whenever possible. Stop measuring progress by how much you understand. Instead, notice how comfortable you feel. Like 3 months ago, watching English content gave me a headache. Now I can watch for an hour without feeling exhausted. Or I used to translate everything in my head. Now I catch myself thinking directly in English sometimes.
Hey, my grammar book phase was a valuable learning experience. What about consistency? I know I personally struggled with making time for English practice every day, especially when life gets busy.
It was a valuable lesson in what not to do. Anyway, thanks for watching Native Speakers English, and we'll see you in the next episode where we completely destroy more language learning myths.
This is where most people mess up. They think they need to study for 2 hours every day, or they're failing. But honestly, 15 minutes of real engagement is better than 2 hours of mindless scrolling through English content. Quality over quantity, always.
Can't wait to see what we demolish next time. And here's how to make it sustainable. Attach English practice to things you already do. Listen to English podcasts while commuting. Change your workout playlist to English music and pay attention to the lyrics. Watch English YouTube videos while eating lunch. Don't create new time, just replace existing content.